What is up, everybody? Welcome to Livewire Whiskey. I am Stahl. This is Mr. Whiskey Shitz. This is December 23rd, second to last day of this Advent calendar. I'm telling you, the editing has been insane. We ask everybody, please, I'm just kidding. It wasn't editing a lot, as you can tell, but ask everybody, please hit that like button. We want to hear a comment on what your top 8 are. All of those comments and likes and subscriptions all help the channel. We really appreciate you. It drives traffic to us, and that makes it better for us, which we appreciate. Or dislike if you have brains. Anyway, so today is July 23rd. We've picked different bottles. It's funny how
it's like actually December 23rd, buddy.
Or December. What did I say?
July.
It's July 20th. It's Christmas in July. It's December
Thursday,
23rd.
December 23rd.
Yeah. But anyway, we picked different bottles again, so it's really going to be like 13 different bottles or something like that.
These are our top 8s, though. Like, it's subjective.
It's subjective. Like, you can't like everything. It's not like you could tell we didn't like figure out what our top 8s are. Some of them were in common, some of them weren't. So we're going to start with Adam and his bottle. But before we do that, real quick, I just want to thank all of our patrons. Thank you guys so much. The bottle chuggers, deep pours, whiskey sippers, and chug lifers. We are going live Sunday, the day after Christmas, where we will do our Secret Santa bottle pops or just pours. Some of us have already popped our bottles, but we hope everybody comes Sunday nights, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 10 o'clock Eastern, to join us on Livewire Whiskey pub style hangouts. It's really fun.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and show Adam's bottle.
Yeah. So this one was actually earlier in our Advent, but it's also one of my top 8s of the year. So StaggJr, batch 16. 130.9 proof. Honestly, this is a great StaggJr. I recently got the 17. I haven't cracked it yet, so can't throw that in there, but the 16, I freaking love it.
Yeah, and quite frankly, it's our channel, so you can make up the rules.
Yeah, and you did get to try it because we did it earlier in the Advent. So
yeah, I mean, I'm very happy it was already in there. So yeah, that's good news. So my bottle is one that I think if you had any left, it would be in your top 8. But this is the KnobCreek 12-year Cask Strength, 120.5. Yes, we know Bourbon Baller. It's KnobCreek and not on your top 8 list, but it is on mine and probably would be on Adam's if he had any left. But how can he decide that as the bottle of the year if he doesn't have any to taste it anymore?
It was so good, man. Obviously, because I just went right through it. But
yeah, and I mean, I like all the KnobCreeks. I think I think they're good value. This is one that I feel like is an elevated experience over the other KnobCreeks. I think the 120 proof single barrels are just good for $50.
Yeah. I think that 12 is comparable to some of the really good high age store picks. Like,
yeah, so I mean, this is
12 years, so there's older juice in there too.
And it's whiskeys like this that make you start to question Booker's, right? Just because this is a 12-year. What's MSRP on the 12 Cask Strength? It was 100.
Yeah.
So $100. It's basically the same as what I paid for most of these Bookers up here or thereabouts, but I'm getting 12-year,
twice the age, little less, but twice the age.
It's like 5 years older than the Bookers and almost the same price. But I mean, I do like Booker's notes as well, but these are this is definitely a good one.
It's just so much more complexity to it.
And I like 120 proof, I think is great. I think what puts a lot of people off on Booker's is how high proof it is, higher 120s, low 130s.
And honestly, the Bookers, like, they come off hot, but I think a lot of that's because of the age. If they were older, the heat wouldn't be near as bad. So
yeah. So yeah, super. Yeah, I just love, like, I mean, it's KnobCreek notes. This one has a little more oak to it. Obviously, at 12 years, you still get that same, KnobCreek nuttiness, but it's not as peanutty as, some of the 9 years. I think,
no,
the
it's
age
a
kind
good older age bourbon, like Kentucky bourbon, like just some of those KnobCreek picks that are higher age. They're magic. Like, they're so tasty, and that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, it's good. It's got a little sweetness to it, but it's offset a little bit with the oakiness. Yeah, it's just good. So that's in my top 8. I think this could be a top 3 or 4. We'll see if it wins. Not sure if it's a winner or a loser yet. We're gonna blind them and we're gonna find out for sure. But
yeah.
And so, what about you? What you got? What's your what are you getting out of that stag over there?
I mean, it's a little hot, I'll be honest, but I have taken this one down about a quarter, not quite, but.
So has it changed with air?
It's more, if I leave it in the glass, I notice it changing. Like, it gets way better after a good 5-10 minutes in the glass. But yeah, it's a tasty one. I can't really compare it to any older batches. I don't notice a lot of difference. I know people say, oh, batch 9, batch 12, like they're so good, but I don't notice that much difference between batches. Supposedly the 17, because it's a lower proof, it's like 128.7. It's supposed to drink a lot smoother, according to a few people. So I'll be interested to try that one. But I love the StaggJr proof at 130. Anything 130 proof, like, I'm all about it. So
it's like I look at it as like spicy food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you don't really normally quantify like on the Scoville scale or whatever it's called when you're eating spicy food, but there's like that like cap where you kind of seek it out because the feel, as long as it tastes good. And I think, high proof whiskey kind of gets in that same, you get the hug, you get the kind of that feel, it's more than just a taste. It's what drew me to bourbon over like a vodka or anything else is, really that first sip you take a whiskey of the night, it's not just tasting it. Like, it's just like I feel it. And that I feel like StaggJr is kind of the epitome of that, even if you've already had something, right? Like, it takes that hug and just goes like, I'm going to squeeze you for just a second longer.
And it's really
try that with your ladies. Squeeze them for just a second longer. Trust me.
I mean, if you like Buffalo Trace, like, I'm not a huge Buffalo Trace guy, but it's one of the few Buffalo Traces that I love because.
Well, you do wear a medium shirt.
Yeah, but but yeah, you get the sweetness of Buffalo Trace, which a lot of people enjoy, but it's just that proof that really gives you that full flavor of it, and that's what I love about it.
The only thing I can, like, the way I kind of equate it is you kind of lean into that proof. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you can just lean into it. And it's I don't know. I love it. I love the high proof.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm about a few minutes in with this pour, and it's already mellowing out quite a bit and just really enjoyable.
Have you ever put a drop of water in it?
I think I actually used to drink StaggJr over ice, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's I want to get like one of those steel ice balls or whatever they are, the glass ice balls that you just freeze the glass and then you put it in there and it doesn't water it down, but it gives you that colder feel. Yeah. Especially in the summer, I think that'd be nice. I don't know. Let's invent
it was one of the few whiskeys that I enjoyed over ice when I first started getting into stuff. I'm like, maybe I do like stuff over ice, but that was the only one that I ever actually enjoyed over ice. So
yeah, it's crazy. Well, let us know down below what your high proofer is. Like, both of these are Cask Strength. Do you have a Cask Strength whiskey of the year? Let us know. But until then, man, tomorrow is Christmas frickin' Eve. I can't wait.
Last day of Advent. This has been fun, guys.
Like I can't wait. Like this, it's always this build up, and then it's over so quick, and then we have to go through the doldrums of winter. But I love this time of year. You know, even though people starting to get cranky out there on the roads and in stores now, but it's just cool. You know, this time of year. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you check out tomorrow night's episode and then catch us Sunday night. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.